My name is Rigoberto Bernal. I'm currently the school resource officer for District 15. And I've been here for 9 years, going on 10. This will be my 10th year. I graduated Lewis University with my bachelor's and my master's, and it was in public safety administration was my master's, and criminal justice was my bachelor's. So first off, it was family issues, domestic violence, alcoholism. That kind of inspired me that I wanted to be in law enforcement because I saw police initially as cool people, like people that could do something, like with the uniform and stuff like that. But then as I got older, I realized that law enforcement plays a bigger role than just being role models. We're in a position to help people, and sometimes that means you have to arrest a family member. And some people may or may not like that, but sometimes that helps families out, even though it's maybe a bad or traumatic event that's happening, but I've learned that in this position, that is the biggest opportunity we have. We have the opportunity to help. The most rewarding that I personally find is, again, just the fact that we can help somebody. And it could be a small thank you. We run into them later on and they're thanking us for what we did. It's knowing that we're making an impact even though we don't directly see it at that moment in time. Regardless of what we're dealing with, it could come years later, months later, or we never know about it. But we know that we're making a change out there. So another thing that I find very rewarding is currently the position I'm in, which is the SRO position. Being able to hopefully over the years guide some children that maybe not in the best of circumstances or be making the best of choices, and hopefully redirect them in the right way. And that could be just a conversation, talking to parents, getting them involved in sports, whatever it may be, just to hopefully lead them on the right path in life and change their trajectory where they're going. So yeah, one of the things I enjoyed doing before I went into the SRO position was if I saw kids playing soccer, basketball, whatever, I would get out and play with them for a little bit, whether it was like 5 minutes. Sometimes I overdid it a little bit, but I enjoyed that a lot. And now as an SRO, I get to be part of the track team. I help coach that. I help coach the cross country team too, so that's been fun. So it's a different way to connect with the kids, and seeing them too start off like being scared, and then by the end they're loving the sport they're in or whatever they're involved in. So here personally, there's a lot of training that we get. I don't think anybody here could claim that we're not receiving adequate amount of training, because we do. We definitely do. We have training Tuesdays. We train on everything from just simple like changes in law to big things like responding to an active shooter situation at a school or in a building. And basically, the officers here should be pretty confident as to our abilities when we're responding to serious calls or certain things because of the amount of training we're receiving. And it's a lot, but it's a good thing. It's the more training we get, the better off we're going to be as police officers. Personally, why you would want to work here is, one, it's a very, very diverse town. You're going to deal with people from all walks of life, so you're not going to be necessarily stuck with one demographic the majority of the time. When I started looking up Glendale Heights demographics, I thought it was a pretty, again, a mixing pot. It wasn't just like one type of people I was going to be dealing with here. And I felt too, because I speak Spanish, I might be able to make a bigger impact in a community that needs Spanish-speaking officers at the time. So it's one of those, I didn't know much when I came in to Glendale Heights, but as I've been working here, I've learned a lot more about Glendale Heights. I guess it's building that trust that people can call us. Because usually in the Hispanic community, there's a fear of calling law enforcement. They might feel we're not going to help, or that we're going to be maybe a bad person in their life or bring something negative. And it's just over time talking to people and people realizing that we're here to help. We're not here to do anything other than help.